Hey, what's going on, guys? So today is September 20th. I'm headed over to my cousin's house. We both live in the St. Louis, Missouri area. Right now we're in that window of either overseeding your lawn or putting your fall pre-emergent down, and we are going to be going down with a pre-emergent today in my cousin's lawn, and we're going to be using the Prodiamine 65WDG, so it should be a fun time doing some spraying and praying. Alright, so we are here at my cousin's lawn. He has about 13,000 square feet, and I only have a 2-gallon backpack sprayer, but I've divided it all up to be adequate for that, so we're just gonna have to fill up a few times. So I'm gonna focus the main part of this video on this section right here. It's about 2,500 square feet. He's got about 5,000 square feet here in the front yard, but again, I divided it in half just to make it nice and easy for spraying and refilling and all that kind of stuff. So this is his backyard. His backyard's around 8,000 square feet. And again, since we have a 2-gallon backpack sprayer, I did divide this up into about 4 sections, just again to make it nice and easy for spraying. And that's what you can do as well. If you have a large lawn but you don't have a 4-gallon backpack sprayer or something larger, it's just easier to break up the sections into nice manageable pieces. He's got a cool season lawn, a good amount of Kentucky bluegrass. He might have some fescue, but today we're gonna go with a 3-month coverage rate with the Prodiamine 65WDG. Like I said, this video is just gonna focus on that 2,500 square foot section I marked off in the front yard. But today I gotta spray this entire lawn, which shouldn't be too bad. It should just be a nice, fun, leisurely walk. So today I'm gonna be spraying with the Sprayers Plus sprayer. I've been using this for several years, so I'm very familiar with the walking pace that I need to use. I know how wide the spraying path is, but before you spray anything in your lawn, if you're new to doing it, you want to get familiarized with your sprayer. You want to know how quickly it puts out product. If this is your first time spraying something on your lawn, it may not be a good idea to use a liquid pre-emergent. Something good to practice with spraying is like a biostimulant, like the Next Green County biostimulants. Those products are really good to spray on your lawn with a backpack sprayer, because if you accidentally over apply one area, you're not going to hurt anything in those types of things, where if you over apply a pre-emergent, you can cause some damage to the lawn. So just something to think about before you start spraying. So this sprayer puts out a gallon at about 4 minutes, and that's relatively slow for a lot of professionals or people that spray a lot. But I've just gotten comfortable with that speed and walking pace. You can change out the nozzles of your sprayers to make it put out the product a little bit quicker, but I'm just used to this. This video is not focused on calibrating the sprayer, but you will want to calibrate it. You will want to get familiar with how wide your spraying pattern is, because when you're walking on the lawn, you want each pass to touch the tips of the last pass. So if you go one way and then you come back the other way, you want that next pass to barely touch and slightly overlap that previous pass. So here's just an example of just water, so you can see how wide the spraying path is. So now on the next pass, I need to be coming right here, so I'm just barely kissing that previous pass. And you'll get used to that the more you spray with whatever particular sprayer you have. You'll get used to how wide it's spraying and whatever nozzle you're using as well. So the application rate we're using on the entire lawn is the 3-month rate, which is about 5 grams of the Prodiamine 65WDG. So it's really simple. All we're going to use is a kitchen scale, weigh out the product and mix it in, and then we'll get to spraying. It's really simple. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're filling up your sprayer is fill it halfway up. This is a 2-gallon sprayer, so we're going to fill it up to 1 gallon. And typically your sprayers are going to have some markings on the side to show you the graduations. That 1 gallon marking is right here. So like I said, this front section we're going to be spraying is 2,500 square feet. So at the 5 gram rate, we're going to be putting 13 grams in our 2-gallon backpack sprayer. So go ahead and get this on. It's already set to grams. We're going to put our measuring cup on there, zero it out, and then we'll measure out 13 grams. Bingo! Right at 13 grams. So you can see how a little bit of product actually covers a very large amount of area in the lawn. One note I wanted to make sure, anytime you're messing with this product or herbicides, You always want to make sure you have your PPE, gloves, long sleeves, pants, and when I'm spraying I'm going to have my boots on as well. So you always want to make sure you're wearing those things when you're applying a product like this. So when I'm putting the product in my tank, I like to have a paint mixer on the end of my drill bit to be stirring the water as I add the product. You don't necessarily have to have this setup. You can use like a piece of PVC pipe and mix it while you're adding it. I wouldn't recommend using like a wooden paint stick. Something that's non-porous like a piece of PVC pipe would work best. So we're just gonna add this in and I'm gonna mix it at the same time. So once we have the product in the tank, we can add the remainder of the water. And again, I like to mix as I'm mixing all the water in as well. One thing to keep in mind before you go spraying is you want to prime the sprayer. So that means you have the mixture basically already primed in the line, so you can just spray it and you're not spraying out air or water. And so this way, when you prime it, you know, as soon as you start spraying it, you're immediately putting the product out. So priming it, what I like to do is just turn on the pump and then start spraying back into the sprayer until I see the mixture going back into the tank. And with this mixture, it's really easy to tell that it's going through the line because it is a bright yellow color. Now I will say, generally when you're spraying liquids, you want a gallon of product or a gallon of water to cover a 1,000 square foot area. This area that I marked off is 2,500, so it's a little over what my sprayer can theoretically spray with a 1 gallon per 1,000 rate. But I've done this before, and all I need to do is make sure I'm walking at a little bit quicker pace to make sure I'm getting an even application across this entire area, since it is a little bit larger than 2,000 square feet. So one thing, again, to make sure you're getting an even application on a lawn when you're applying liquids is go north, south, and then east, west, and basically spray in a grid pattern, and that way you know you're going to be getting an even application across the entire thing. So what I'm going to do first when I spray is I'm going to walk the perimeter, and then I'm going to start painting in the middle with my application, and I'll be sure to do a grid pattern like I just said, going north, south, and then east and west. So once you finish the perimeter pass just like that, you can start going and filling in the rest. Alright, so we are done spraying this section of his front yard. I still have to do this other section that's, again, another 2,500 square feet, but I'm not going to record that, and I still need to do the backyard. But this section is done, and that's essentially it. Now, for this pre-emergent application and any pre-emergent application, you need to get it watered in with about a 1/2 inch of water. Now, my cousin's lawn is not irrigated, so he moves sprinklers around. So if you're in that situation and it's just challenging to get a 1/2 inch of water down all across your entire lawn, you can do it over the course of a couple days. That's what I recommended my cousin. Just, you know, don't try to beat yourself up and try to get it all watered in today. Do it over the course of several days and so on. So especially with a lawn his size, his is 13,000 square feet, so that's a lot to manage all at one time to try to get watered in all on the same day. It'd be okay to get it all watered in the course of about 3 or 4 days. I tried to plan this application around rain, and if you can do that, I would recommend doing that, but we have no rain in the near future in the forecast here, so we just had to do what we had to do. So that's it, guys. Applying the Prodiamine WDG or 65WDG is that simple. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below. And I hope you guys have a great fall, and I'll see you in the next video.